Hello everyone, how are you? This is Cantor Gastón Bogomolni. Today we are here as a T.A.L Community Mental Health Center. I'm one of the owners, the co-owner with my wife, Marcela Gomez of T.A.L Community Mental Health Center. This is our new endeavor, our new baby, and today we are going to explain a little bit and share what T.A.L is, what type of community mental health center T.A.L is, and specifically also we're going to tell you a little bit about what the services that we have and what is our first product and service that we are going to be offering in the month of December. So I welcome everyone who is here again. In case you just came in, my name is Cantor Gastón Bogomolni, and I welcome everyone that is here today. And I'm going to invite, little by little, and as we find my partner in crime, my wife, Marcela Gomez, who is going to be talking with me and sharing with you all the importance of this new endeavor, and also how the importance of what the services that we are offering and the uniqueness that T.A.L has, and for the whole city of Florida and Miami and everyone who is here. So I just have here with all of you my wife, Marcela Gomez, and who is also the co-owner of T.A.L Community Mental Health Center. Hola Marcela, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
How are you, everybody? Welcome to a new dream. This is a dream come true. Cantor Gastón Bogomolni and me, we're opening. This is the beginning of a dream regarding mental health in South Florida. The T.A.L Community Mental Health Center is it's a very unique center. And we want to tell you all about it. It's based on two things. One is therapy that is therapeutic for couples, for families, but also for groups. And we want to talk to you about two different things. One of them is the holistic approach, and another one is the conventional approach. In T.A.L Community Mental Health Center, we're going to serve different communities. Most of them are referring to parents, the Portuguese community, the Spanish community, the Russian community. We're going to talk about all of this stuff, and we just want you to know what services are going to be done and when do we start with it. So Cantor, what is it? What is T.A.L Community Mental Health, and why we are having this dream coming true?
Well, first of all, T.A.L, means do. In Hebrew, T.A.L means do, D-E-W, when you get the dew from the sky, right, every morning. And T.A.L also is the acronym for transformation, affection, and love. We believe that through love and affection, we can reach to the real transformation, and that's what we work here. So that's what T.A.L is. This is a dream come true in many different ways, and I'm very, very happy and very glad, to be doing this journey with my wife, Marcela. And T.A.L, as Marcela says, is the integrative of the differences and the different type of therapies and techniques that are out there, both evidence-based and scientific-based and research-based. But one is the conventional, the typical clinician, the typical one, kind of the one-on-one or the couple therapy, the group therapy that usually you have with the therapist or group therapy. And the other one is the technique that is in addition to this conventional, which is the holistic alternative, the integrative type of approach, which means actually that you believe in the power of the mind, the soul, and the spirit, that you can fix and you can repair and you can heal certain conditions through also the power of the mind, the soul, and the spirit. For example, healing through the arts, or healing through music, healing through even cooking, and healing through, petting with pets and with an echinotherapy, for example, which is with horses, and just a lot of different techniques that are out there for us that are very, very important in especially to integrate that as part of the regular conventional therapy that we have. So we are an integrative healing center that will help you and help us, to really solve a lot of conditions and problems that we might have in our lives.
During last year, I ran as a school board member candidate, and my campaign had to do a lot with mental health in our schools. And now, no, we did not do it through that way to bring mental health to the community. So we decided to open this center to get to help the community in different ways. We have learned in our own hands, because of our own kids, different ways why our kids get hurt. And we have decided to bring new solutions to the community. So TAL Community Mental Health Center is the perfect combination between conventional and holistic approaches. At TAL, we are certain that love, passion, and transformation, we're going to have, and we already have, therapists are all master's degrees and licensed people who are going to invite people to receive intervention through movement, meditation, yoga, CBT, couples therapy, group therapy. But at the same time, we're going to combine art with mindfulness, with movement, with meditation. So it is probably, if it's not the first one, probably the most unique one in Miami. Why? Because I am a social worker myself and a therapist, but also my husband is and Cantor Gastón is a clergy. So we want to use these tools, therapeutic tools and pastoral tools, to support our community. Who is the one who is going to be served? What are the communities? What are the groups? Let's talk a little bit about what communities we want to serve and what are the groups we want to serve, Cantor.
So we have certainly, we have here the Haitian community, very close to, first of all, we are located in North Miami Beach in 1400 Northeast Miami Gardens Drive, Suite 216, a beautiful, beautiful center for everyone to come and feel at home and feel that actually you are taken care of. So for sure, we have the Haitian community that is very much underserved. We have the Jewish community, both in Aventura and also the North Miami Beach, North Miami area, and that also somehow they are a little underserved as well. We have the Russian community in Sunny Isles. We also have, of course, the regular white American community as well. And am I missing anyone right now, Marcela?
Well, the Spanish community, we're also going to, of course, the Spanish and the Hispanic community. But besides that, we're going to have different kinds of groups in therapy. We want to invite people to realize what menopause is. A lot of women, we do have and go through the pre-menopause, and we don't know how much this affects women. So if you are having or experiencing these issues, you can probably connect with us, and we're going to have something called the Empowering Life Groups. The Empowering Life Groups are not therapy, but are made by professionals and people who are experts in different areas. And these empowerment groups are going to include bar mitzvah family support groups. It is my understanding, Cantor, that the majority of families, when they are doing bar mitzvah, for those that don't know, it's a moment in which the family prepares the 12-year-old, the 13-year-old boy or girl to become like a spiritually adult. And what we are trying to do in TAL is to create a support group for these families. In what way? There are a lot of family issues that nobody wants to talk about, but they are the ones that needs to be addressed. So Cantor, tell us a little bit about what you want to do with this Bar Mitzvah Family Support Group.
So after 31 years, of being in the pulpit and, and preparing probably thousands of kids and dealing with thousands of families in different countries, I can tell you, as clergy, we go to these cycle events, and sometimes we get what happened, and we talk to the kids all the time, and we talk to the parents. And So in this group, what we want to do is to work together with the entire family to realize how much actually, the beautifulness and the beauty, that really going through this journey can be, instead of being chaotic, instead of being had a lot of tension and be tensed, at home, and then mom preparing for the party and dad probably trying to get the money here and there, and mom as well, and then the kid trying to study, and then the siblings, and just the chaotic daily day to day of a mitzvah year or a year and a half prior to. What we want to work is to really realize what's really going on in many, many different ways and different angles and different levels. Because it's not just the party, it's not just the ceremony. There are a lot of things going on. Also, it's a lot of things going on for the own kid who's studying. A lot of pressure also from school, from the sports, from the time management, and also the parents, realizing that this might be a very small, but still be mourning of a kid who is going to become a young adult little by little. So we don't realize these things. We just think that just happen. So when we talk about it, when we investigate, when we go deep in it, and then we can work as a family, this can really be an amazing journey that can be enjoyable for everyone.
Well, we have different kinds of groups that are going to be given, and TAL Community Mental Health Center is not a community mental health center. It's a healing place. And we wanted for people to realize it that way. So we're trying to invite you, because we're going to work on cancer patients support group. We have one of our clinicians, it's an expert working cancer coaching, he calls it that, like that. It's music, because everybody, when it's relaxed and it learns to listen and it gets to be relaxed, heals faster. Also, cancer patients need of emotional support, so because of what they are going through. Besides that, we also have clergy emotions healing group. The clergy emotions healing group is based on what the clergy goes through. The majority of us who has our pastor, our rabbis or cantors or whoever is a clergy in the community always is thinking only about themselves. They don't thinking what the family of the clergy is going through, or what they feel. So the leaders of our community require help, support, emotional support. So T.A.L, Transformation, Affection, and Love, TAL Community Mental Health Center, is going to work with you and your leaders and the leaders of our community. We're also going to work with the Holocaust survivors, the parents, the Holocaust survivors, first and second generation. As we all know, first and second generation, it's a lot of trauma there. It's a lot of things to work on. Welcome to Sisu. Welcome to Mirta. Thank you for those that are supporting us. This is the beginning of TAL Community Mental Health Center, and we want to your participation in the future. We have great experts in different areas. So, Cantor, tell us a little bit about the group of Holocaust survivors, first and second generation. Why is it so important to you to work with them?
I think for me, it's not just for me important. First of all, I tell you a little anecdote that when I was 18 years old, I got a grant and a scholarship to study Holocaust, in Yad Vashem, a lot of years ago. But I was the only one who was under 20 years old really going there. And it really impacted me. And what most impacted me, not only just how traumatic and the trauma, for the survivors themselves. And some of them came out, to really study and to really educate others. Other ones just kept it to themselves. But what really, really impacted me, especially in that course, that was a month, it was a whole month course. It took actually 30 days to study there, every day, 8 hours. And it was a lot, of course, but it was the impact on the second generation, how traumatic it is for the second generation. And if you are watching and you are second generations, from a Holocaust survivor, I'm sure that you understand what I'm talking about. It's a very, very traumatic, life for them. And they need a lot of help. Many times, most of the help has gone really to the first generation, to meaning actually the survivors themselves. But the second generation hasn't had so much of help and so much room to talk about it with other ones who also went through the same, other second generation. That's the whole idea of the empowering light groups, these support groups, that we can support each other. Like teachers have gone like to almost, you know, back and forth from hell, you know, I mean, in the last 2 years. And you know this, Marcela, because you ran as a school board and you have talked to so many teachers and, you know, in the past year and a half, 2 years. And last year, because they didn't have students and they had to teach, you know, online. Now it's because the students are there, but they can continue, so they cannot really have a flow of teaching. So this pandemic has really meant, you know, terrible things for the teachers, also creative things and everything, but it's so important for them and for anyone. You're talking about clergy, you're talking about the Holocaust survivors, divorce support groups, you know, and everyone needs the same, you know, the same cohort in order to really talk about it. It's so important.
We want to give the welcome to Saulo Garcia and those that are getting. Thank you, Saulo. This is the beginning of a new dream. We're calling for those that are getting in T.A.L Community Mental Health Center. We're giving a birth of this new project. And for those who want to know what is going on, we're opening a mental health clinic to support the families in those communities that are not served here in Miami. So T.A.L Community Mental Health Center have both conventional, here it is, conventional therapy, and also everything that has to do with healing, mindfulness, art, Reiki, sound healing. We're having a combination. It's new. And what we're going to work with, we're going to address different issues. We're going to have different populations. We were talking just now, for those that are just arriving, we're talking about the bar mitzvah families, the cancer patients, support groups, also the clergy, those that are, for those that speak Spanish, los curas, the rabbis, the priest, also the pastors from the Christian, from the Catholic, and from the Jewish community. We also want to work with those that are, and this is the first group that is coming now. The first group that is opening in December the 2nd, for those that have young adult kids, 16 and up, 15 and up, 15 years old and up. We are trying to address the parents. We want to support the parents because when you have a child that is growing up and it was your sweet little boy and it became somebody you don't know anymore because it's turning into a teenager or into an adult, and you don't want to talk to, you don't know how to talk to them, you experiencing difficulties for them to communicate with you, or probably they are having risky behaviors. So the first group is in December the 2nd. It's going to be a 4 sessions group, and we're going to have one extra who's going to be given by different therapists. The idea of this group for parents, Ivania, welcome, for parents is we want to teach you, for you to learn how is the brain of your teenager or your young adult works and why they react the way they react. That's one. The other one is for you to learn what is it with you as a father, as a mother, who wants to address your kids, and probably you need to address your own issues. Sometimes we as parents, we think that the kids are the ones that need to grow and be better. But the reality is that sometimes we as parents need to stop and think what we're doing wrong so our kids react differently. For those that are listening, here is our website. I'm going to just place it right here. For those that haven't get in, and for those that have friends that would like to benefit from this group, we start in December the 2nd, the 2nd until the end of December, or it's going to be extended until January. We know of a lot of parents is struggling because they need to learn how to open to their kids. They need to know how to open to the new adult in the family. Okay, so now we have other clinicians and other types of group that we're going to approve, that we're going to work with.
Let me ask you something, Marcela. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want to have a picture, okay? I want to have the picture because for people it's like, what do you mean? I mean, conventional and integrative and holistic, and you are combining. And I mean, people, when they are stressed and they go to the yoga class, Pilates, you know, and they go to the different classes, and they don't think that that's something that can help them so much. They kept them relaxed, they understand, they do some exercise, maybe they do art, you know, with a little wine here and there, you know, and they think, you know, they do not really take it as this might be actually so, you know, a healing process or therapeutic in a way. Now, what do you mean combine? I mean, let's just explain to the audience, you know, people who are listening and watching us. Okay. Let's say I'm a patient, you know, a prospective patient, and I go to TAL Community Mental Health Center at 1400 Northeast Miami Gardens Drive, Suite 216. I knock the door, or I call, you know, any of the phone numbers, 786-830-5880. I go to the website, TAL CMHC, TAL Community Mental Health Center.org. Okay, good. I get to the door, and then what's next? Tell me how the process goes. I mean, how we explain.
It depends on what you want, but sometimes we just want to go to a place, and we don't want to. We don't want to call therapy. I don't want people to know, but you want and you need assistance. So we have two ways. You can go ahead, and you know already that you probably need some help, clinical help. So you go, and we like a regular place to get a therapist or somebody who will sit down with you and make a questionnaire for you. It's called an assessment. And then we just check it out. And usually this questionnaire helps you to find out the reality about yourself. Then after that, there are recommendations for you to go to a private group, or to a therapeutic group, or to a couples or individual. However, there are these other groups. We call them holistic alternatives. Our experts who are going to be with us, most of them are experts for years. And I mean, they've been working for years and using these techniques. So we have music healing through music. The groups that will going to use music, not only sound through the voice, but also through the instruments like piano or like drums. Also, so that's a healing through the music. And there are conditions that can be improved through this kind of healing. And some of the conditions are anxiety, depression. Even for cancer patients, this kind of healing works. We have also neurolinguistic. We have healing through dance and movement. Some of our clinicians not only have master's degrees and are psychologists or therapists, they are also trained in these arts. So some of them have the capacity, not only on the clinical side, but also on the artistic side, to bring together both of the techniques. Meaning you're going to be benefit not only from the years of experience and years of work that they have, but also the amazingly support of somebody who knows about art and what it does. We have art healing with our art for the health of it. It says this is a manual art, meaning painting. If you don't know, you can work trauma through our art. You can work depression through our art. And we also have, some of our experts have NLP, which is neuro-linguistic, and they also have yoga. We're going to have yoga, Reiki, painting, music, and all of the sound and touch healing, and also energy healing. These are holistic and alternative approaches for people who would like to try them and to receive the healing throughout these techniques. On the other side, most of these techniques are evidence-based practice, because we already know through research that meditation works. Here it is. So it's same meditation. Yes, effectively. So this is a combination, and we're having people that will be with us supporting the community. And we start with you. It starts with the parents. It starts with the adults. The beautiful thing is that all our clinicians, they are from different backgrounds. They are from the Haitian community. They are from the Jewish community. The Jewish community, the Orthodox community, and also the non-Orthodox and the non-traditional community, which is beautiful. And we also have from the Hispanic community, and we want to serve, and we are serving. We will serve also the Portuguese, Brazilian, and Portuguese community. So this is so amazing. We're probably unique in the South Florida area.
So, one of the other things that we will be able to treat has to do with nutrition. right? People think that they can eat whatever they want, and I see Sisu here, and Sisu coaching, and people think that they can eat whatever they want, that actually whatever you put in your mouth, that doesn't affect, anything that happens in your brain, nothing that happens in your body, but it's just the opposite. So we will be also healing, we're doing through, healing through the habits, not only just nutrition, but the habits of sleeping and the habits, the regular, how how disciplined you are in this, how different you are in that, and also what you eat, what you don't eat, because some things actually you might not be eating that you need in order to have a better, to center yourself and have a better focus on life as well.
The other population that we're going to will be serving is grief and loss. Those have lost their family members, not only through difficult situations, but we're going to have a specific course. It's going to be called After COVID Support Group for those that lost somebody, for those that went through COVID and didn't finish very positive after being sick with COVID. Then here we are. We have somebody who has been a coach for 20 years who also was sick from COVID and he couldn't walk at the beginning. Now he walks, now he's back again, and that's one of the populations we're going to serve. Another one, which is just very soon for us to finish, we're going to finish soon, is the newlyweds support. When you just got married, you really think that everything is going to be so smooth and so easy. Sometimes it's not like that. Most of the time, I would say, because you don't really know your parents. I mean, you don't even know your family, the new family, or your new husband. You don't know how to live with it. And all of those other things that if you ever been married, that's what's happened. And we also have postpartum support group. And immigrants acculturation support group. I have myself 25 years working with immigrants, supporting them from different parts of the world, from the Middle East to South America to the Caribbean. I have been experience working with the losses and the amount of pain that an immigrant goes through. So we are going to develop the therapy and support group for those that just arrived from their countries, or they didn't just arrive, but they've been here some years and they're actually experiencing depression, anxiety, and because it's like a grief too. They lost their family, their country, their food, their language, their social status. So this population needs help and we want to give it to them.
Marcela, you mentioned about the newlyweds, but I think the whole cycle is a little, is wider than that, right? Start with prenuptial, right? Well, first of all, start with singles, because, sometimes you're single and you're trying to find someone, you try to date, then you go to, different dates from different websites. You couldn't find anyone. You feel that you're a failure. Your self-esteem goes, down. And a lot of things have to do with single people, and that's something also we're going to be working on. But even before newlyweds, when they already decided they're going to get really, really married, we have the prenuptial. These days, how many kids? I mean, I see a lot of. I do officiate a lot of weddings, as you know. Also, probably officiated thousands, weddings, and little. Maybe they have an encounter maybe with the rabbi. They talk about something. Maybe they talk about the ceremony, but I don't know. They really talk so much. They go to their pastor, or if they get married, religiously. If they're not getting religiously, some maybe go to civil type of courses. But we're going to really offer, a whole support group that will help them to realize what the endeavor means, to really form a new family and to get married. And then you newlyweds, it continues. Get pregnancy, right? During pregnancy, there's a lot of also tension here and there, a lot of fears, and everything makes a lot of sense. So we're going to also have a group for that and support group, to help the pregnancy, and also, like you say, postpartum, because after, okay, great, I had the pregnancy, I got it, everything, all of a sudden now the baby arrives, and this baby's crying, and a lot of things happen and changes, hours, times, moods, and a lot of things really happen at home as well. So even before we get to parenting, real parenting, this is so important.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about our team. This is very exciting because we have people that are all master's degrees and clinicians with licenses, but also we have these amazing, we have from the Jewish community, from the Brazilian community, from the Haitian community, from the Cuban community, the Colombian community, the Jewish and Dominican Republic. All of these are, we have clinicians from all of these areas. And also we have our specialists, which are Sandra Kaufman, Rabbi Shlomo Tucker, Gava Resnick. All of them are, Rabbi Shlomo Tucker is going to teach us he's a spiritual mentor, and he's also an LPA consultant. And he is going to help us and be part of our team, which we're very proud of. Let's say who he is. Also, before that, we have Ariela Hassan and Nerissa Ballard, who are both of our exquisite participants in our team, and Terence I don't know how to pronounce his name, Hogstall. He is from France. He speaks French and Spanish, and he is Narutopathes. He has supported us trying to bring to the table also a new component, the component of nutrition and how to work with the nutrition and mental health all together. This together with Ariela Hassan and Nerissa, who is the person in charge of healing through the arts. So we have an amazing team. Let's give them the phone number. What is the phone number of TAL, Cantor?
The phone numbers have two, just in case: 786-830-5880, and the other number is 786-648-3588, and the website www.TAL CMHC, Community Mental Health Center.org.
For those that just came in, Kiwanis and Giancarlos, thank you for being with us. Basically, this is a presentation of what is TAL Community Mental Health Center. It's a healing center with a unique approach. We're bringing holistic and healing techniques with the conventional therapy, couples, talk therapy, CBT, and we have a team of more than 15 providers. And all of them, we are now receiving Cigna as the first insurance, but we are waiting to receive already Aetna very soon, hopefully. And we also would like to serve the over 65 community for support groups and PSR. This is a rehabilitation process. Rehabilitation services, psychoeducation rehabilitation service. This is a service that we'll do for the over 65 years service to support those that population to work on their memory and their habits, their money management, how to deal with their symptoms of diabetes, and anxiety, depression. So we're going to be serving the whole community, the different cultures. And as I said, it is a unique center. We are located in North Miami Beach, 1400 Miami Gardens Drive, Suite 216. If anybody has a question, this is the time to do it. So, Cantor, could you repeat the 786-830-5880? 786-830-5880. Right now, we're inviting for those that have kids over 15, 16, 17, until 21, 22. If you are having or experiencing or have somebody who is experiencing some issues or would like to improve their communication or find out their own issues, why they cannot be a better parent or better relationship. Right now, the first group is for parents of young adults. You can email us at info, and then you put TAL, T-A-L, and then you think Community Mental Health Center, only the first letters. TAL CMHC.org is our website. Cantor, can you please write down the email so they can go ahead and email us, whoever is interested? Yeah, we are starting this group in December of December 2nd, and we are going to do it every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and this is in person. 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And this is in person.
We have a question that says, what about a parent of a child of 11 years old? Would you tell them to come?
They can come, but hopefully this client is not going to have the issues that a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old kid may have. However, on the 11-year-old, it's perfect for them to participate, because when they do participate at that age, they're going to learn, first of all, from the parents that are going through certain issues when they're 15, 16, and also to prevent. So we're going to teach you some techniques. And this is not that we knew how things happen. We just went through hell and came back. And that's the reason, because we're back, we want to bring this, this wisdom to the parents so they can have more happiness with their kids. Thank you for Leonarda, welcome. And all too impressed, thank you so much for supporting us and being part of this. This is a new dream, TAL Community Mental Health Center. It's located in North Miami Beach, and it's a unique center. It's a healing house. We're bringing mental health together with meditation, with dance, with movement, with art. This is located again in 1400 Miami Gardens Drive, Suite 260.
Someone is asking also, what about if it's going to be in Spanish and English?
Yes, absolutely. We're going to have on Thursdays in English, and Spanish is going to be on Tuesdays. I don't know if by December we're going to have both. We're probably only going to focus on the English one. If we ended up having more Spanish bilingual people and only Spanish people showed up, then we ended up just doing it in Spanish. But then we want to open the opportunity for those who speak only English. So, because before we open this space, people of the English community was calling me and suffering a lot, telling me what's going on with their kids. They're using drugs, they're depressed, some of them are cutting themselves, some of them are and parents don't know what to do. And sometimes we think we're doing everything right, and we think that we want to do it better, but probably we need, first of all, I know we need support. There are no young adults, parents of young adult support group in Miami. And that's the reason that's our first group. And that's the reason we're here for you. Any other questions?
I don't see any other questions yet. Now I want to ask you this because just for enlightening of the people who are watching us and listening to us, Marcela, just in case for those who just came in, Marcela and I are married, and this is a dream come true. This is our baby, and we are very, very happy, and for this means a lot of things.
Don't think that we don't have babies. We have three.
We have three
babies. The idea, they're young adults, and that's the reason why it's the first group. They're young adults, and we thank you for Angela that is joined to us. Welcome. This is a presentation for a new community mental health center in Miami. What was the question, Cantor?
No. My question is, we, like you say, we decided to start with this parenting as many of the other, in empowering light and support groups that we'll have that we already talked about. If you go to the website, you can find them, TAL, TAL CMHC.org. You can find more of the other groups that we have, and also the different type of healing services that we offer. But my question per se is that one of the things that says in the description that there's a lot out there of parenting groups when our kids just are born, when they are in kindergarten, when they're in elementary school, and this kind of stops there. Why do you think that really the parenting groups or the parenting, classes stop? You start with Lamas when you are already
because
pregnant.
That's the easiest one. The baby is a brand new toy, and you want to learn how to manage the new toy. When you get to the teenager years, this is an old toy, and it's killing my aunt. So we want to get to the process of understanding and accepting. We can also have the classes or the support when your kid. It doesn't have to be that your kid have issues. It can be that you want to prevent to have them. So for that mommy who has 11, the daughter has, or the son has 11 years old, I invite you to open your heart and your mind, because we as parents in this generation, we have a lot of programmation that comes from our heritage, and our kids are from here, and their heritage, even though it's us, we're different, and we need to understand that they think differently, and we need to be open. And what we're inviting you for is to learn to prevent crisis in your family, to prevent your kids going to drugs, to prevent your kids going to do risky behaviors because they don't find you. They want to find you. They don't know how to say it. You need to know the signs. And I want you to learn them with us. So that's basically the reason why you're being invited to this new adventure. Again, I'm going to show it because I love it. Here is our one of our I don't know, flyers. That's how you call it.
Postcard, flyer.
Okay, it's huge. Anyway, so here it is. We have the group, and we have the telehealth. That's part of what we do. We also are having the individual therapy. Of course, we're doing telehealth because that's part of what we do. We're taking, and we will be taking Medicaid, Medicare, Cigna for now. But obviously, it's self-help. The groups, they're not therapy. They're considered support groups. So we are going, that's self-paid. People will pay for it. It's a group of 4 sessions. Why we do it 4 sessions? Because we realize people can benefit from more than 4 sessions, but 4 sessions are for an hour, and that's 8 sessions of support group, 8 hours of support group, because it's an hour and a half. That's enough to make a good group, to process good feelings, and to get home to practice. So once you finish with those 4 to 5 sessions, you will see that you have learned a lot of skills. Also, obviously, we will continue giving classes, inviting experts, and manifesting the good we want to give into the world. Something important that we haven't talked about it, Cantor, Gastón, and me, we opened a nonprofit organization. It's called Simsum. This nonprofit organization, you will find the link in the website. And what is this nonprofit all about? This nonprofit will be to teach Torah, but also for those that want to make donations, those that want to make donations to support the families that cannot pay for their own mental health. So Simsum, you will find it in the website. And if you want to support families that do not have money to pay for their own, for the groups or whatever, you can make a donation there. It's a nonprofit organization based in Miami. And this is a creation we did 2 years ago, probably, to make together the dream of T.A.L Community Mental Health Center, and now with Simsum. So that, I think that's something that is very cool and that we need to let people know if they want to make a donation.
I think it's very, very important. And also, as a nonprofit, you understand that this is, this is non-deductible. I mean, like, that they can deduct the taxes from. I mean, they can deduct, the donation through the taxes, which is a very important thing for people to know.
So we're almost about to leave because we don't want to bother you or boring you. So let's repeat what is the website and what is the phone number. I guess, Albani, thank you for everything you're doing. Let's repeat the phone number, 786-830-5880. Oops. 786-830-5880. So that's the phone number. If you want to be part of our groups, please let us know, call us, email us, or if not, then request the link. I don't know if we can get the link of the group with it here in Instagram. I don't think links go through, but if you want, you can also, in this number, Cantor, this number is a WhatsApp as well, right?
This number is also on WhatsApp. And also, if people go to the website again, which is just Albani, just place it there and type it there. You go to the website where it says Empowering Life Groups. And from there, you can find easily, you can find the one that says Parents of Young Adult Support Groups. You click there, you have all the information. And also, you have a book now button that you can just click, and then you book now right away. You fill out the form, and then you pay easily, and then from there we just go to the groups.
We have already people signing up, so don't even think. The maximum that we can have is 15 people. So please, if you know anybody that can benefit from this group, it will be great for you to have it. Any other questions before you leave? Thank you for those who are present today. Please share it. Please let people know about it. We're doing it in English, but obviously we speak Spanish. Cantor is from Argentina, and I'm from Colombia. Who's Cantor Gastón and who's Marcela Gomez? We are a couple who love to serve the community. He has, you present yourself, please, so I can present myself.
Introduce myself. So I have 31 years on a full-time pulpit in different countries, in Dominican Republic, Argentina, Spain, and here in the United States, in different states. What now,
pulpit?
What?
What kind of pulpit?
I'm a Cantor. I'm a Jewish clergy, and having full-time pulpit means actually I work full-time for the synagogues. I've been doing this for 31 years. I'm about to retire from the full-time pulpit in order really to be more into this baby. I will continue being a freelance. I'm a rabbinical student myself. I also have a certificate of brief therapy and problem solution, as well as a certification of behavioral health technician. And myself right now, I'm a current student of a master's in clinical psychology and health. And as Marcela said, I've been working with the community for decades, and now is to the next step, to the next level, to really impact more of the world and trying to heal as much as possible on a one-on-one basis.
My name is MarcelaGómez-Bogomolni. I'm original from Colombia. I have 25 years as a coach experience. Also, I have 10 years as a therapist and social worker in South Florida. My most experience have been with the addictions community, also with the immigrant community. I've worked with adults and teenagers, children. That's been my experience for years. I hated to work with teenagers at the beginning. I didn't know how to deal with them. That's the reason why I ended up doing what I'm going to do now, teaching people how not to hate their own teenagers and how to enjoy them. So that's one. And another one is I have experience working with mindfulness, doing meditation, mindfulness experience for a long time. And so all of that combination together is making TAL Community Mental Health Center unique. Thank you very much, guys. We're going to say bye for today. And hopefully you can share this live to others who are looking to be served in the north area of Miami. However, we can be served, we can also receive clients from all over South Florida. Let me explain to you why. We have license in all the state of Florida. I'm also licensed in the state of Delaware. But the most important part is that we can do telehealth. For those who want to experience hands-on, you should come to our center. The center is located in 1400 Miami Gardens Drive, Suite 216. Northeast. Miami Gardens Drive. The group, we're going to start in English. If we have enough people in Spanish, then we'll start it on Tuesdays. The group will be Thursdays, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Okay, we're letting you guys go, and thank you so much again.
Beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for being there and for supporting us.
Bye.
With a great Sunday. Bye-bye.